Which batch you are studying? Which group you are studying?
MSc blockchain.
Uh-huh.
MSc. You know blockchain?
Blockchain.
Yeah, blockchain.
Yeah, yeah.
About the about the cryptocurrency,
Uh-huh.
Bitcoin.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So there it had React.js, right?
Hmm?
There in your syllabus it had React.js.
Yeah. Because if you want to access the blockchain, you have to have the front end interface to access the backend for use, which is the Ethereum or other platform. Then, so you
Mm.
should know the front end.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So in
Mhm.
these technologies, in these web technologies, okay, what are the
Mm.
technologies do you know? HTML.
JavaScript,
Okay.
HTML,
Okay. So
CSS fundamentals.
yeah, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you know, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, very good.
Even the TypeScript somehow I know the TypeScript.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so here you could see we are learning about React, JavaScript, okay, which is uh,
Yes.
which is nothing but a React.js, okay. Moreover,
Okay.
it had React, okay, TypeScript
Mm.
also, which is known as RTS, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So basically, whatever TypeScript do you have is a supported format to JavaScript. JavaScript is the main concept. Okay.
Mm.
So which means from JavaScript only, these are nothing but a React JavaScript is a JavaScript framework. Okay. So
Okay.
here you could see inside the JavaScript, what are the things it had inside the JavaScript? It had a variables are there, okay, and it had a data types also be there, data types also be there, okay, and then after that it had a functions is there. It had a functions always having relation with events is there. It had a methods, which is nothing but a dome method is there, bomb method is there, dope method is there, etc. kind of methods are there. Okay, did you understand? Kind of things here we had. Okay, so we discussed that the React JavaScript is a JavaScript framework. So if it is a framework, which means what does mean by framework? Okay, framework means it is not an independent technology like a HTML, like a CSS, or like a JavaScript. It is a dependent technology to in any technology. So this is a
No.
React.js dependent technology to JavaScript. You could see, for example, there is another example is that you can go with PHP. Okay, so PHP also having frameworks. Which frameworks? Laravel is there. Okay,
Okay.
CodeIgniter is there. Okay,
Mm.
kind of
Mm.
technologies are frameworks to PHP. If you know PHP, it's very easy to work with Laravel and CodeIgniter. If you know JavaScript, it's very easy to learn with React.js and RTS as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
did you understand? So then after that,
Yes.
whatever variables do we have? So here you could see inside with the functions, here also it had a object oriented, okay, object oriented programming is which is nothing but a class, okay, classes inside JavaScript as well. Okay, if you work with Python, okay, if you work with Java, or if you work with the mobile application, okay, Android Studio, there it is required to use only class. They won't use functions. But when JavaScript has been came into force, in such case they invented the functions. Okay, we are using that functions inside React JavaScript as well. Did you understand? So even PHP also it had functions as well. Especially in React, what are the things it had? Okay, what are the things it had? It had a components are there. What, how many type of components do we have inside the React JS? Either RTS or JS. Whatever it would be, it contains the component. Okay. Type scripting, which means it is only the data type. We need to declare the which type of data you are using to build a website. Okay, that is only the thing which we need to mention over here in this TypeScript in React. Did you understand? So that components are common for RTS and RJS, especially we need to focus about RJS. And then component, which means what are the components? Number one is functional. Okay, functional component. Here we have the functions. Na? In JavaScript, we had a functions. Okay, so this is a scripting language. JavaScript is not a programming language, but which one it is? Not a CMS as well. It is a scripting language. Okay, you could say it is a scripting language, which means it had some syntax is there. We need to understand the syntax. Okay, structure of syntax, how to write the function, how to write the data types, okay, how to declare the variables, kind of syntax are there we should know. Even we need to know about React.js functional component syntax. Okay, so when we are discussing about syntax, here you could see Visual Studio Code. We will work with Visual Studio Code. It's absolutely free of cost. It had a couple of okay, SNIPP snippets are there, or short cuts are there. With the help of the shortcuts, we can work with snippets inside the VS Code. Did you understand? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So how many type of components do we have? Functional component. If you know functions in JavaScript, a functional component is easy. And then after that, here you could see there is a class component is there. If you know about OOPS concept, classes in JavaScript, class component are easy in React.js. Okay, did you understand? And then
Yes,
after
understood.
that, to implement a website, it has been for develop a websites that the functional component are having couple of hooks are there. Okay, in the class component, it had a life cycle methods are there. Life LIFE cycle methods are there. What are life cycle methods? It is a cycling method. What are the hooks to make to develop a website? Which type of websites we can develop inside React.js? Eh? Did you understand? Which type of website we can develop using React.js or React.ts? Why? Because of Why? Because of to develop to make a website. Here in this market, we have couple of technologies are there. WordPress is there, HTML is there, PHP is there, even in .NET also. .NET is there, kind of technology are there. Instead of this technology, why do we need to use React.js, JavaScript frameworks? Nothing but AngularJS, okay, Node.js, okay, and next Next, Next.js, kind of technology JavaScript frameworks. These are called as a JS, JavaScript frameworks. Why do we need to use these technologies? Especially we are discussing about React.js or any WordPress, HTML, PHP. What we will do, whatever technology you may select, we can create a Mamuli website, which means we can create a static website, or we can create a portfolio website, or we can create a e-commerce website. Okay, other than this, is there any websites do we have in our market? Yes. Okay, but by using RJS, AngularJS, NJS, Next.js, we can create all these websites like static website, portfolio website, e-commerce website, movies website, educational website, advocates website, doctors website. We can do any kind of website by using, especially in React.js, we can create a social media website as well. Example, okay, example. There is a Facebook is there is a Twitter is there is a, okay, LinkedIn is there is a YouTube is there, kind of social media website we had, okay, not possible to develop like a kind of Facebook by using HTML, PHP, WordPress. Either by using PHP.NET we can do, but okay, it may take a lot of time. Oh, do you?
Okay.
I think you may know. Okay, Akbarji. I think you may know about Facebook. How many functionality? I am talking about only functionality, not about design. You could see Facebook doesn't contains design. Lot of design you
Okay.
won't find over there. You will find only functionality. Which functionality? If you had a Facebook account, I can friend request you can do. You can connect with my friends and myself also can connect with your friends. And I can chat with text chat is there, video chat is there, and video sharing, image sharing is there. After that, I can create pages. I can share posts. Even I can create business pages. Even I can create meta ads as well. How many functionality do it had inside the Facebook? Which technology is very familiar to make a kind of functionality? Either WordPress or .NET or PHP or HTML. RJS is only having kind of functionality. That's why whatever functionality, for example, meta ads is a separate component. Okay, and video buffering some games is the separate component. They divided into component, whatever functionality, n number of functionality do you have in your website. Either it would be social media website or a normal website. You can divide that one into a component. You can assign a dynamic functionality by assigning hooks when we are working with functional component or you are working with the class component. Okay, did you understand? Hooks means
Yeah.
hooks means here you could say it's a kind of variables with okay data types. How many type of data types do we have? Number is there, string is there, boolean is there, null is there, undefined is there. Okay, array is there, object is there. Kind of data types do we have? Okay, okay. Every functionality is will carry something data. Okay, with a variable. So the sweetness of React.js and the sweetness of JavaScript is with the help of variables. There is not required to use any database chain. Okay, did you understand? By using variables or by using data types, you can keep or store some data inside the variable or the data types. Not required
Okay.
to use database. That's why there is a okay there is a kind of okay kind of variables are there is a kind of okay data types also be there. Okay, so even you can see there is a serverless function also be there. Here you can say in this okay, especially we should use that serverless function in AWS or in Node.js. There is a serverless FUNC function is there. Okay, did you
Mhm.
understand? Serverless function
Yeah.
means if you want to work with database, database will depend upon the server. Node.js is a server for JavaScript framework. So not required
Yeah.
to use server to store the data and the data can maintain the function. There is a serverless, which means lambda, something lambda function is there. I really understand. So when we are discussing, it's a vast subject, Akbarji. I will tell you bit more in-depth subject I will tell you, so it would be helpful to you. And then after that, later we can go in that way. And first of all, we could see what are the tools do we have in the React.js and all. Okay, so there is a functional component, class component is there, a couple of hooks are there. Hooks also a kind of lambda function, serverless function, which means it will carry in a regular language. हमको पता है. In a regular language, what is hook? A hook will carry two objects. Hook object is only one object. Hook is only one object. Will carry two objects, right? So there is a use. Okay, use state is there. Use effect is there, and here you could say use ref is there. Kind of hooks are there. Kind of hooks are there. They will maintain and carry and develop the dynamic websites. Why did you understand? One of the hook for e-commerce functionality, the most okay, mostly used hook is REACT, React Redux, REDUX. Redux also a kind of hook for React JS. By using this one, we can make a e-commerce functionality. What do you mean by e-commerce functionality? Okay, user login is there. Okay, user registration is there, and user login is there. Okay, then after that, I we checkout is there. Checkout. Okay, OUT checkout is there. Kind of functionality we can make by using React Redux. We can keep some data and we can manage that one, okay, to make a kind of dynamic functionality like a Facebook by using hooks. Where we need to use these hooks when we are using working with functional component. So either pen or pencil you can use to make a website inside the React.js. If it is a dynamic functionality, okay, you can use RTS as well with the help of JS only. That is only the React.js. Especially here you could. So we had the component are the most important. Here the thing is JavaScript main concept is that's why React, Angular, NJS, Next.js got a popularity. The main thing is there is no server. In future you want to find out any server. But with the help of data types, with the help of JavaScript, you can store data. There is a kind of methods are there, kind of functions are there. With the help of that one only, you can store data, you can get data, you can okay fetch the data, you can kind of things you can do. Okay, did you understand? That is the intention of JavaScript. If you go with PHP,
Okay.
that's why I told you that if you go with PHP, it is a vast procedure to make a Facebook. If you go with .NET, you can create Facebook by using .NET, but it is a vast procedure is there to make a Facebook kind of website. If it is a React, okay, so less coding. The intention is less coding with a huge functionality is our future. Okay, for example, I think when you are studying seventh class, at the time you saw some floppy is there. Floppy. We can carry that one in our pocket. It will occupy our total pocket. In a pocket, how many movies we can store, or how many images can we store, or how much capacity it had only 10 MB, 50 MB, below 50 MB itself. But it's the size of floppy having some kind of mobile, okay, width and height, whatever the okay device seems to be like a mobile. And when you go with pen drive, how much size it is? It's a very small keychain, half of the part of keychain. Pen drive is having TBs, 1 TB, 5 TB, 30 TB, GBs and TBs. We can store movies in the device, which means less coding, heavy functionality. By using React.js, you can write less coding. You can make a heavy functionality without hacking, without slow, without delay, without malwares. You need to run your website. That is the intent of JavaScript. That's why PHP is a okay. We can also do this one, but that kind of functionality not available either in PHP, Laravel, Code Igniter or .NET. It had a lot of vast coding is there, a lot of procedure is there. Did you understand, Akbarji? समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so then after that, here in this React.js, we had components, and here you could see this is absolutely object-oriented programming. Okay, which object it is?
Mm,
Okay, which object it is? Data types also having objects, arrays. So how data we need to
mm,
transfer, carry, store is a process of oops, having in class component is a process of functional component with hooks. So we can find out functions in JavaScript, but we couldn't find out hooks. We can find out oops programming in JavaScript, but we couldn't find out lifecycle method in JavaScript. Okay, both the functional component, the class component has been implemented by React.js. Okay, and they are using to make a heavy functionality website. Even React.js has been developed by Facebook itself for their product base for their product. What is their product? Facebook is a FB. Facebook is a product, okay, product based company, product based COMP.
mm,
If you got any job in Facebook, you need to implement Facebook functionality. Okay, either by using
okay.
React.js, whatever technology. Okay, you need to develop that Facebook only. Facebook is a product based company. To implement that FB, they developed the React JavaScript with the help of JavaScript. And then mainly, and first of all, components we should know about React inside the React. And there is a libraries inside the React.js is the, what does mean by libraries? Okay, okay, which type of website we have to do? We can do, we can do Facebook kind of websites. Okay, if it is a Facebook kind of website, here I will show you. You could see the structure, the layout, the Facebook layout seems to be okay. Where it is, YouTube, LinkedIn layout is there, and then after that, what is the layout? How the layout seems to be? Okay, here you could see this is the interface of Facebook. Okay, this is the interface of Facebook. You know, I think you may know about this one. Okay, so
Okay.
we have to create this. So this is the another interface about Facebook. Did you understand?
Okay.
So even LinkedIn
Okay.
also having okay, kind of interfaces, interfaces you could see, and LinkedIn also you can see. So you need to develop that one. So the thing is, this is the wireframe. Okay? The thing is, if you open this social media platform in your mobile, okay, it need to
Yes.
compress. It need to be responsive in your mobile. Then how you have
Okay.
you can do. Here you could see we had a logo is a component. How many friends did you added? How many charts have you done? What is your profile? The one each and every part is a component. Even here portfolio image is there. Here posting is there. Okay, kind of functionality here we had na. Okay, did you understand? These are the normal websites.
Okay.
So how you have to here the company name is the follow visit website more these are the component. Add to your free feedback component. Every menu icon is a component. How you have to make a responsive, how you need to create a ads section, how you have to add a icons. Okay, for that icons, how you have to add the okay functionality are totally depend upon the library. To make a responsive website, you need to know about Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap includes React. Bootstrap is there, and for React only. Okay, Bootstrap, get a Bootstrap is there for HTML and React.js. We can use that one, and there is a advanced okay library is there. Tailwind user interface. Okay, and then here it
Mm,
includes Tailwind CSS, Tailwind cascading style sheet is there. Also a library we can use that one inside the React.js. Then after that to make a page linking, there also it had a library which is nothing but a routing. Okay, then after that, here you could see there is a data is there. Okay, which data it is? So here you could see inside this layout, okay, inside this layout, add to your feed is there now. There is a company, okay, real estate company, digital agent, kind of data is there. We need to store this data somewhere else. Okay, where it is that the data without a database, when we are discussing about a database, there is relational database is there, non-relational database is there. So here you could see when we want to store the data, here especially to lightweight platform is there, which is nothing but APIs. So we can keep some data, okay, some data is there. To fetch that data into our libraries, we need to use Axios library. Okay, Axios is a library. Okay, instead of that one, JavaScript is having fetch fetch method is there. Even it is having map method is there. With the help of JavaScript method, which I told you, there is a couple of methods. There also we can use to fetch data from API. Okay. So libraries में क्या रहेगा? Okay, what are the things inside the library it had? So here you can see these are the libraries which we need to use, and I will introduce you material user interface. Okay, MUI as well. Kind of libraries you will learn, kind of components you will learn. Okay, did you understand?
Sorry, what's the MAU interface? Material user interface. Is it a library?
Yeah, it is also a library.
CSS or library or what?
Tailwind CSS.
Oh, this one? MU interface is a SSS library. Eh?
Yeah, Tailwind CSS. Okay, here it is a Tailwind CSS. It includes.
Okay.
Okay, Tailwind CSS. It includes JavaScript with CSS, which is nothing but,
Okay.
yeah, less. It includes less RSAS. I read on.
Okay.
This is only intro class, J, and in upcoming session I will give you very detailed information, not an issue. Finally, what we
Oh,
so by using React JS, we can also create this type of normal websites. These are the normal website. Okay, you can see here there it had header is there, slider is there, some boxes, paragraph, footer is there. Over here also there is design. It has some different design is there. Over here also it had some different design is there. When we are comparing with social media platform, not possible to make a, okay, we can also create normal websites by using React, and by using React especially we need to create this type of interfaces. Why did you understand that? And we need to fetch
mm,
the data, API data, by using, okay, APIs as well. After creating this type of layout, what we need to do? We need to finally what we have to do is we need to hosting, HOSTING. We have to host that website in, okay, in cloud storage. CLOUD, cloud, STORAGA, cloud storage, RLINUX, Linux, STORAG, Linux storage is there, which is nothing but GoDaddy. Right? Here in cloud host, which means GitHub and Amazon Web Services, etc. Okay, they are nothing but some of free packages may available in the cloud storage, but in Linux hosting, okay, it is having a paid, okay, HOSTING hosting is there. Did you understand? So these
okay.
are topics, these are the primary and most important project-based training you will get, okay? From our end, I will
Okay.
provide you material, I will provide you interview support, I will provide you notes, even you will get this Zoom recording as well. After every session, I
Yeah.
will give you Zoom recording to you. Okay, did you understand?
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. From tomorrow, one by one, we will discuss, Jay. So for today, this is only intro class now. That's why I just
Oh,
introduced you all these topics to you. Okay, some
Oh,
time we will continue from tomorrow. Do you have any doubts?
no, 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 no. I
Yeah.
understood that.
Yeah, you will get
Mm.
excellent subject from our end. So be patient and do practice regularly. Do try to do the practice. We will provide you stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that stuff material may helpful to you in your projects for your college interns or project and
Okay.
kind of things. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, and then we will
Okay.
connect by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Same time, huh?
Yeah, sure. Same time.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you and
Mm.
thank you. Bye.
Yeah.